عليه وسلم قال لا يدخل أحد الجنة إلا بجواز مكتوب فيه أو مكتوب فيه، يعني صفة جواز. إلا لا يدخل أحد الجنة إلا بجواز مكتوب فيه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هذا كتاب من الله تعالى لفلان بن فلان يا ملائكتي أدخل عبدي الجنة عالية قطوفها دانية. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have that passport. Allah, it's more important than the American citizenship. That is the real passport that we need. The Prophet ﷺ says that no one will enter Al-Jannah without a passport written in it. Now this passport they're holding, written in it the following: Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. هذا كتاب من الله تعالى لفلان بن فلان. This is a book or a letter, this is a passport written from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to so and so, whoever holding that passport. Yani this is the permission from Allah, this is the proof that I, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, permits so and so. Ya malaikati adkhilu abdiya jannah. Oh my, now written in the book, oh my angels, allow my servant so and so to be admitted into paradise. Aliyah, very high places, yani. Qutufuha daniyah, its bunches of fruit are hanging. Ya Allah, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this. Yani this is what we work for. Wallah, yani everything else in the dunya you leave behind. Everything you make, you leave behind. Yani this dunya haqira. You work your whole life so hard, and you might not even get a chance to enjoy what you make. Hard, working so hard. And then you die, and death comes to you and takes you. And who enjoys your money and whatever you made? The people who come after you. So that is why the Muslim is wise. The believer who sees by the basira and who has a basira and the light of Allah knows well that he can be snatched out of this world in any second. So his investment always in the hereafter, in the real world. This world we live in, and excuse me, yani, allow me because I'm mentioning some rudimentary and some basic information, but we need to remind ourselves of these things. This dunya is so short. So short. Doesn't matter how long you think you're gonna live. And you find the people and the research and all that, aging research, and they're trying to make people live longer and all that, and no one will live more than what Allah wants for him, and no one will die before what Allah wants for him. But the fact is, whatever you live is so short, and the real world and the real life is after. So take this opportunity and your existence in this world to build for the hereafter. That's why a lot of us hate to leave. They hate to die. Why? Because they invested completely in this world and they destroyed the hereafter. That's why when you travel, you hate. Most people hate traveling. And traveling, just to travel. Because the قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم السفر قطعة من العذاب. Traveling is a piece of torture, of suffering. Why? Because everything to you, everything belongs to you is where you are. You're gonna travel, you're gonna leave your family and your kids behind and your wealth and your house. يعني you can stay in the best hotel, but you'll never feel as comfortable as if you're staying in your own house. Maybe your house is 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, but you never feel as comfortable. Yani how many of us travel and they take their luggage and all that, and they might have to stay a week or 2 or 3, but they never empty their luggage yet, right? Whenever they need something, they take it out of the suitcase. They never hang their clothes and they get hangers and all that, because they know they're leaving. Think about this dunya like that. You're leaving. يعني if there is something I can sign for you right now and give you 100% sure that it will happen to you, death. Death. I can't guarantee anything else. I don't know anything else about you. You can do this and you cannot. You may do it and you may not. You will do it or you might not. How many things we want to do and we get right there and then we change our minds. You want to go buy a car and you see and this and you bargain and all that, and when it's time to sign, you know what? Let me ask my wife. But the bottom line is the only thing that I can guarantee for you that's going to happen to you or to me is death. That is the real fact. So we need to be wise and we need to listen to what Allah has prepared for you if you take a specific path and if you take specific attitude and you follow specific method in your life. Look what Allah had prepared for you. And we mentioned last time what Allah prepared for you if you decide not to take or follow those guidelines. The one who's telling us tonight about Al-Jannah, Allah and His Messenger. It's not me. It's not a writer. It's not a Nobel Prize winner. It's not a companion. It's Allah, the Lord, and His Messenger who received the revelation. So after that you can't say, well, how true are they? The Prophet ﷺ, Allah who created this, and the Prophet ﷺ saw it. We know that the Prophet ﷺ saw paradise when he went on the trip, Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj, when he ascended to the heavens in the night of Al-Isra. He saw that, and he saw a lot of the pleasures, and he saw in his dreams and the dreams of the prophets reality. Okay, so it's very important that we focus and we know that what we're talking about tonight is a fact. There is no doubt about it. And as I promised you before, I always try my best to bring you the authentic. I don't go into the weak. And if I bring you the weak, you will hear the sweetest stories and the sweetest things. But we don't know if it's true. But here I bring you the authentic. And this is only found in this nation. Only in the religion of Islam you find this. There are people living today, and I'm not exaggerating, and we met some of them. He will tell you, whether it's the Quran or whether it's a hadith, he will tell you, I heard it from my teacher, who heard it, and he will give you names, who heard it from his teacher, who heard it from his teacher, give you all the chain, you know how far? To the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To the Prophet. This only exists in this ummah. And of course, when it comes to the Quran, from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from Jibreel, from Allah. He got a chain to Allah. This is the narration, and that is the authenticity. So this deen, our religion, is not made up. It's not written hundreds of years after our messenger. This deen was written while the messenger was there to approve it. As one of the Westerners, one of the seculars or the scholars of Islamic studies, but he's Western, non-Muslim. He said, let the Muslims be proud of their science of hadith. Let the Muslim be proud of their science of this authenticity thing, the narration. Because it only exists in this religion. Someone tells you, I heard it, and he will go all the way back to the Prophet, and he has a continuous chain, people who heard it from each other, all the way with names. It's impossible. When you read maybe for 2 hours in the science of hadith, you will be amazed. Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah, his book, Sahih al-Bukhari, the most authentic book in Islam after the Quran, it has about between 5,000 and 6,000 hadith. Okay? He picked those from 600,000 authentic hadith. That's not the only thing he memorized. But out of 600,000 hadith and narrations, he picked those few thousand. So imagine if he was to write all what he knew. يعني one time he had a debate